Hey guys, this is a big moment for me and I'd like to share this with you. So now, to make it official, I present to you the Tonight Show marquee. Here we go. Let's light it up, boys. 3, 2, 1. Let's start the show.
All right, my computer was tripping, but I'm back. How you doing today? How are y'all doing today? It's your favorite rapper, the best film writer and director in St. Louis. Facts, award-winning published author, actor, journalist, actor, business owner, nominated Hollywood music artist, #1 bestseller, battle rapper, Lacey G. Soldier Turtle, who raised these snatchers. But now this is live. We UnCensor the Conversation podcast. We live right now. We on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. If you do not catch us today, you can catch us tomorrow or wherever you listen to your podcast, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Pornhub, OnlyFans. I'm just playing. Let me know if we on Pornhub, OnlyFans. We need somebody. But now we finna have another crazy show. First up, we got radio personality. We got the person who got 1 million certifications, and that she a hip hop artist. We got Miss Busy Boss in the building.
You need some ADHD medicine or something. You know, all that shaking and stuff making me nervous. Yeah, happy Monday, y'all. Let's get it. Go for it.
All right. And then we got the person who always got the less subscribers than me, always drinking. She trying to get the subscribers. We got the felon, Tara Michelle.
Oh God, and I'm a felon. Wow. Okay, well, I'm riding how 2 blueberry lemon drop martinis. So we could have some fun tonight, y'all. What's good?
All right. And then we got my boy, the unguessed, the aviation man himself. We got my boy KJ in the building. Was cracking.
I'm glad y'all still got me around. Appreciate it.
Okay, Jay, we love you sometimes.
Not by choice.
I'll take sometimes.
I'll
take sometimes.
Look, then we got my bro, one of the second greatest rapper alive in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? The man who always got his shirt off on the podcast so the women can holler at him up in this piece.
Is that why
my boy Watson?
Peace and blessings and prosperity.
To the 5% only.
And look, then we got my boy, he gonna be on here probably for one question, you know what I'm saying? If you want to stay a little bit, he can, but we got one of the greatest activists in St. Louis who just put in the work. He don't just talk about it, he be about it, man. So listen, we got my boy Chris Phillips in the building. What's cracking, Chris?
Humbled to be here. Happy to be here, man. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. How y'all doing?
Hey, man,
good. How are you?
Bless. I appreciate you asking. Thank you.
Happy Monday.
All right, man.
Happy Monday to you all.
Let's get into this first question. So this first topic, man, let me tell you something. So Kara Spencer is under fire. You know what I'm saying? She made it clear during her mayoral campaign that she would not fold into any Trump and the federal government pressure and all of this stuff presented against, you know what I'm saying, the DEI and all that type of stuff. So last Thursday, St. Louis leaders paused the program that certifies business as minority and women-owned, citing that the Trump administration's opposition to diversity initiatives. So Certify St. Louis helps businesses get contracts and other deals that have minority participation requirements. It aims to reduce barriers for historically disfranchised groups. But last Thursday, the St. Louis Development Corporation paused the initiative due to federal policies aiming to remove funding from DEI programs. Washington University has also removed a number of reference to diversity, equity, and inclusion from its websites and the federal government's DEI crackdown. So what do y'all think about this? Tara Michelle, go ahead and take it first.
I mean, listen, we have seen Trump take down some big and some bad. Look what he's doing to Harvard. So I think people might like Target. Target at first put a bunch of money behind Black people, and then they caved this time around. There's only so much you can do when the president can halt all your funding and anything else that keeps you open and helps you thrive. I don't really know what we expect from these corporations and these people. It's either do what he says or don't exist at all. Not many people are going to throw all their businesses away to support us. They're just not. I don't, and we don't have to support them. You see what Target's going through. They've lost how many billions? But at the same time, this is a really sick place to be in. Now, Carter Spencer is absolute trash, and nobody should have ever voted for her. However, I don't know what we expected from her. It's the president. She's a what? What is she? An alderman, a mayor, maybe? Yeah, mayor now. Come on, she didn't stand a chance against any of this, and I don't think that she would have put her neck out there for us anyway.
All right, KJ.
Yeah, so the big piece about this is, you have been hearing me say, I think a lot of people don't realize how many ways this affects us, how many different places, it's not just WashU, it's every single entity throughout the United States has now been given, and this is more for awareness too, so you brought up something, good last week, like don't panic, but be aware of what's going on, because that safety net that we've had, that, I was born in 1970, 5 years after the civil rights bill was passed. And my generation was told, if you got your stuff together, it's going to be a place for you, because the federal government has laws to ensure there's going to be a place that if you can do the work, you can make it. Well, Trump has removed all of that. They're like, for example, right now, you can get fired and they can say, we're firing you because you Black and you're a nigga, and there's nothing that's going to happen. That's where we at right now. And I don't think a lot of our people are realizing the slow boil that we're in, that this is happening everywhere, not just Washington, and the trickle down effect. So those companies don't get work. The people that work for them don't get work. The funding doesn't get out there to help out in our neighborhoods, and it sends us crashing down further. This is why voting matters. This is why elections matter. And when people say there's no difference between the Democrats and Republicans, oh yeah, there's a difference. I ain't saying they both 100% for us, but one of them is 75% for us. The other one is 0% for us. And they are showing that in their efforts. And I think it's a lot of people in our community that don't realize that minority scholarship that you was counting on for your child, that's not going to be there. They cutting free lunches. That's not going to be there. We talked about abortion rights being canceled. That's not going to be there. And all the funding that goes into the communities. So, my thing is, just having that awareness. Is raining outside, get an umbrella. It's going to affect us. I lost a military contract that I had, because veterans are also considered to be, part of minority groups. And just like, Brother Chris has been working on the Missouri side, I was the IT chairman for the Black Illinois Chamber of Commerce for 4 years, going up to Springfield, talking to them about including us in bids, making sure that we have, we're present, we're there, we're getting these opportunities. And now they're being told they don't have to do it at all. And we need to wake up and start, like Terry, hey, we got to start forming our own, growing our own, developing our own. It's hard to do because, like when we talked about that white group that's getting their own city, see, they're getting taxpayer money to do that too. And now what they're doing is they're not giving us, we're being taxed without their representation. We're not getting money to do things to develop ourselves and build ourselves. I'm gonna stop there. I know it's a lot of other things to cover and a lot of people, but my main focus is, anybody listening to this, you need to go out there, know what Project 2025 is, understand how we're connected in everything that they're doing, and how this affects your kids, your grandkids, and everything you've done. Thanks for bringing this up, Grace.
All right, Chris.
Everybody's like, here we go. I think it's important to remember the context behind why we have minority-owned business and women-owned business initiatives in the first place, is because white people have never given us anything by their own benevolence. Every single piece of freedom, liberty, rights that we had to fight for it through civil rights acts and initiatives, whether it be the Housing Act of 68 and 65. And I think this, just to even go back first of all, the writing was always on the wall with Kara Spencer. Black people, we knew what white people were going to do, but Black people let this election be about trash pickup and snowplow instead of really understanding the pervasive issues. I watched all the debates. I filmed one of those debates and I gave people the heads up. I said, it is a key indicator when somebody speaks nothing about Black people, racial equity or diversity or anything in any of 4 or 5 debates. And so the fact that people allowed us to get reduced down to a freaking snowplow and allow this woman to get into office, we knew that. We knew that Kara Spencer was not going to do anything because of the fact is when it came up to state takeover of the police department, Tashara was the only one at the Capitol building to advocate for it. Nothing was stopping Kara from doing it. And even though she said that she would fight against it, what happened when she got in office? The state takeover, it got overturned. Even though the state voted for it, the people voted for that, 64%. He found a way to do it for her, and she didn't have any pushback. So whether it's tornado relief, where it's the state takeover of the police, and we knew Kara was not going to do it because really the epicenter of this is whiteness. She is white, and everything she stands for is for the advancement of whiteness. Her alignment with her political donations, whether it be Clayco or Bob McKee, or is it Paul McKee or whatnot, her alliances, everybody, I think a lot of people took the back seat and were complacent as far as looking into this background of this woman because they had issues with Tashara Jones, and voting has consequences. And so whatever your difference is with Tashara, I'm not saying she was perfect, but I think what people didn't understand enough is the ramifications of putting somebody in there that had no plan, no intentionality in improving the lives of Black people. Not to mention, I mean, she's blaming Trump, and a lot of people are taking a backseat to Trump, but we are not defenseless when it comes to this. First of all, what she's doing is also crossing into the territory of federally protected laws that show that you cannot discriminate based on age, race, or color, or anything of that sort. So even though we have these programs, and a lot of this stuff it's not even anything that has been nullified by the courts. These are threats. These are threats that he's making, and nobody, and people like Kara Spencer, who have the resources, have not even challenged this in the courts, have not even tried to take it to the Supreme Court, even though there's a there are federal laws that even protect against this. And so that's the thing right now, is that's what pisses me off. Not to mention, we have RAM settlement money, which has not necessarily been divvied up yet. But to offset that, whatever Tashara, before she left office, has said that we are going to have to adjust our budget because we know that some of our federal funding is going to be cut based on what Trump is doing. But she didn't say we had to eliminate all these plans. She was ready to fight it. She was ready to make the adjustments needed in the budget. And then we still have $280 million in an interest accruing account that could offset whatever federal deficit money that was coming in. But again, she's a coward. She's weak. And again, her thing is about advancing whiteness. And so she didn't even try to budge. She didn't even try to fight for racial equity, which should let everybody know what she stood for. If it wasn't the tornado, if it wasn't state takeover police, it's this. And so my thoughts are on this is like, again, there's so many avenues to attack this, whether it be in the courts. We have reserves cash to make up whatever deficit could be it, but she doesn't want to. And I'm just really bothered by the people that sat on the sidelines, not only the white people that voted for her, but the Black people that did not vote for her, or the black people that did vote for her, thinking that she was going to do anything better. And those people just did not do the homework, and they ain't had the knowledge. And so I know I could go on forever too, but those are my $2.5 million, not 2 cents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Stacey.
I'm going to not speak in depth into this, and I do know that there's a plan. They're trying to work things out, so I won't speak more on this, but Kara is for us. I'm going to say most people don't like her, and I've been alongside her, and she's put her money behind Black people.
What?
As far as she just did all the women for 8th Ward, she just gave her lots of money to run and make it. So I'm not
thousands of dollars.
It's being worked out. It's being worked
That's
out.
why when
And
people,
Tashara was in office and talking about it, but not being about it. So I'm done with that.
that's
But
bull crap.
Okay, can I go? Because
that
Chris,
part,
we're gonna be talking
that
forever.
part,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm
that
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay, so look, I am not a Cara fan at all, and here's why.
Cool.
One, she is not for us at all because she cleaned up Forest Park in Central West End fast as shit.
And
I'm not
Northside.
trying to
That part.
hear it's being worked out because these
It's
people.
being worked out.
It's not.
It's
It's
been
not.
worked
all
out.
the working
Not
out that they're
personally.
doing.
It's not.
I'm personally
Yeah.
within the city. It's been worked out.
Okay, look,
But, okay.
Stacey,
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It's being
Oh,
worked out.
yeah, one at a time.
Central
One at
West
a time.
End, it didn't
And I
take
was
too long. They didn't have to work out how to fix motherfucking Chesterfield and Clayton and all of those.
exactly,
They didn't have to work
exactly,
that out. They did that shit right then and there. They took care of it. They got
exactly,
money to build motherfucking downtown into a tourist attraction, which we all know that shit's gonna fail.
exactly.
We got money to now she's getting rid of the DE&I as far as construction is concerned.
Exactly.
She's for who? Because I don't know what people you referring to because
Not just construction.
Ricky,
That's
just
hiring.
say what you gonna say. I already did my piece.
I
You
don't
say what you
I
gonna
don't
say.
know what people she's
Okay.
for because I ain't seen her out there being for our people at
Okay.
fucking all.
Yep.
And
I think Ricky. I agree with Ricky.
I think that you agree with me. Now, if your bald head ass say one more thing, Chris.
Don't get blamed on it, but no, I agree with you 100% because here's the thing: if people, if you are not standing,
You already had your turn.
if you're not standing by diversity and equity and contracts, let's not forget
Lacey,
Percy Green
hi.
risked his life.
What we doing? What we doing here?
Whatever
Lacey?
it's fine.
Percy Green risked his life to climb the St. Louis Arch because they did not give us the same contracts that she's taken away. Let's not forget that 30, 40 years ago, a black man climbed the St. Louis Arch.
Give me 2 minutes and you can have it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I swear you can have it because we can talk politics all day. And at the end of the day, I used to work in the alderman office, so I understand politics on a different scale than most average people do. Or let me rephrase that, most constituents do. But in retrospect, she wasn't here to save nobody. The money's still sitting there. Let me rephrase that. The money that the Rams gave us, that shit is not where they say it's at because that's the reason why they ain't spending it because they ain't really got the shit. And I don't know who got it, but we know it ain't going to North St. Louis or West St. Louis, so they can hang that shit up. They not getting it. That's the reality of the situation with this. Cara's under a lot of fire. I do not believe that we should spend majority of the money on just this one incident because who's to say what happens when the snow comes? Who's to say what happens when this comes? Like now we don't have no money for nothing, so I don't agree with that part of it. But I do think that she definitely want to clean up the clear neighborhoods faster than they was never coming to save us. They wanted us out those areas anyway. And she should be under a lot of fire because she talked all of that shit about how she gonna do this, and she went down there and ate motherfucking fried catfish nuggets one time, and you didn't think they had over there against one motherfucking turkey sandwich and one gizzard, and now all of a sudden she for the black people. And I need us black folks to stop being so fucking gullible because we all know all politicians. I don't give a fuck what color they are. All politicians are shit. You just have to find the one that's full of less shit that kind of gets us where we need to be a little bit. Because this is a red state. We ain't gonna never get that shit. Y'all can hang it the fuck up.
I mean, I would say I agree with you.
Hold on, Chris. Let me let Tone.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tone.
Hey, bro. I don't speak on shit like this. Like straight up. My views on all this shit is way different than everybody's on here. Like honestly, I care and I don't. But yeah, I don't speak on shit like this. You don't talk about religions and politics with people.
All right, Tone. Go ahead, Chris. We'll go finish it off before we go to.
I mean, I'll say this. I agree with Ricky on that. I think what bigger example do you have when somebody is pulling again? That was the significance of the historical moment that Percy Green did is climbing the arch because they did not give contracts to black and brown people. And here she is moving on that. So you can't tell me that we're moving forward. It's no different than Trump's stance on Israel and Palestine. You sent $60 million in aid, but you sent $6 billion in weapons. You can't take us 12 steps back and then one step forward and think you're for us. You see what I'm saying? And I think that the widespread ramifications of pulling minority-owned business contracts and women-owned business contracts, and again, Cara is just folding into the envelope of Trump. They made DEI. Granted, Black people fought for DEI, but they have also not understood that it's for disabled people, it's for veterans, it's against ageism, it's against all communities of color. And a lot of people, you can't tell me, and then I've been in those city hall conferences, part of my film work. As Lacey said so eloquently, I've been up on these streets, I've been on these rooftops, and again, we have money sitting there. What the misunderstanding about the Rams money is that people don't understand the mayor can't do anything with that. The board of aldermen have to agree on where that money is spent before it can be dispersed, which is why we haven't seen it go out in the communities. And let's keep in mind, Cara was one of those aldermen that had the decision-making power all this time, not Tashar Jones. So there's a lot of misinformation about that. I asked those questions directly to the administration, but again, Cara is not for people. And I think that, again, if it ain't this, the state takeover of the police, again, 64% of people voted against it. She did not do anything to advocate for that to not change. And now we got a board of lily white, old white men that have say-so over the police department in a city that's majority Black. This is the same thing that happened in Ferguson 11 years ago that led to everything that we saw. So again, bump Cara Spencer, and anybody that is confused, listen, you can't give me no dad crumb and expect me, I'm not buying into that. She's showing y'all, and she never had no track record before that.
Hey, Chris.
Exactly. Real quick, before y'all, I just want to say something real quick.
Fire away.
I went to a couple of meetings, and I watched on VOP and on Real STL News in the comments, Black people, Black pastors, aldermen, all of these people got up, and the only thing they said was, I'm not voting for Tashara because she didn't fix the potholes like she said she was going to. I mean, that was the biggest thing that I saw. So I also, even though we know that Cara is trash, Black people, y'all did this. And I said it every time I posted on somebody's thing. You mean to tell me nothing else matters to you except for that this woman does not deserve a second term because she didn't fix all the potholes? I feel like Tashara really should have talked about that more, because there's no way these people kept saying that in the comments and weren't saying that at the meetings. We have got to be sure to address the needs, wants, desires, concerns, however trivial and stupid they sound to us when we're running for office, to the people who we want to get votes from. Because this could have been avoided. The level of ignorance of our older Black people in the city scares me, and that's how we got here as well.
I mean, I will say that she did address it in the debates. She did address it. I think the problem is that they allowed, I think that the real issue, people have other issues with Tashara instead of the work that she was doing. I think that when we're talking about education, public health, all these other issues, and we're worried about streets, that is the least of our concerns. But what also people didn't notice is that Cara had potholes in her own ward and a $2 million ward bill, and she still didn't use that to fix her own roads in her ward. But we allowed
and that's
her.
what Tashara should have been saying, and she shouldn't have waited.
She did. It did. I didn't know that it came out in the debates. She did say it.
Chris, the debates is not when you start bringing stuff out. When you know you're going to be running against her, and even when you doing your thing, when that's what people you ran on, then you got to keep people apprised as to why you're not able to get it done. Some people don't watch the debates.
I think answer this question, and everybody can. Why are we more concerned about potholes than the housing initiatives, the restoration of North St. Louis?
People don't look into that. They don't study.
But I'm asking y'all: is a pothole more important than us getting investment and the first new business being built in MLK in like 25 years?
Well, you don't know about that, Chris. You were talking as a very
talking about that one thing. That's just one example of many.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, to these people who don't listen, don't know anything about what you're talking about and haven't gotten invested in politics, the pothole that tore up their tires or messed up their axle, that's way more important to them.
So let me ask this though. So then
it's not right, but that's
but so then my question becomes to them, like, what makes them think that Cara was going to fix that over her? You see what I'm saying? Like she
Exactly.
doesn't have a track record of doing anything. She never had a plan in any of her debates. If you go, I've watched them, I filmed them. So that's why I say it's a different issue. I think we need to talk about how Black women are, how they're treated in these settings, how Black women and Black people in office are never given the second chance and the grace that white people are. I think that is internalized racism, that we seem to think that Black people, that is the definition of internalized racism, is when we think white people would do a better job than Black people at the same role. I think that is a conversation that needs to be had, because it's fine with what you're saying. I get it. You only know what's in your front yard. But the thing is, to me, how you going to show to me that you're going to do a better job when you haven't proven that you can? If you had a track record of showing that you could do a better job, that's another conversation. But to your point, Tara, I feel you. I totally agree. Like, these people don't know about this stuff. If crime is happening outside of my door, that's what I know. But if you don't have no track record of showing me that you can reduce it or a plan to do so, then why am I giving you my vote over the Black woman? You see what I'm saying? That's why I said this is really about internalized racism than anything else, and whiteness.
All right, Chris.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I get y'all. Y'all won't hear from me for 2 months. I got my issue off.
I want to spend
Good
time
though.
on,
Thank you.
I want to spend
You're
time on
welcome.
this first topic, because this is something important. It's definitely that is affecting us. So that's why I want to spend a little bit of time on this topic. So
yeah.
All right, Chris, you're more than welcome to stay if you want, Chris. But I just needed you to.
I got another engagement, but I am always humbled to be in the presence of everybody. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Y'all all gave some great thoughts. I appreciate y'all. I'm humbled. Thank you, ladies.
No problem. I'll let you later.
All right.
All right, yeah, you get into some fun stuff now. So next topic.
That was too heavy. That was too heavy.
Somebody said, what songs makes you turn up the volume every time that you hear it? Ricky.
Oh God, the list is so long.
Songs, bro. I am a white girl in a black girl's body. So shit.
Making your way downtown.
Wow.
That's Ricky. Ricky be like, making your way downtown.
Listen, I wholeheartedly, and anybody that really knows me outside of this show that's ever spent time with me and heard me listening to music know that I am not like a rap girl, right? But I know the lyrics to the songs, but that's not my thing.
It could be anything. I don't think he said rap song. What song?
Listen, I'm saying it's not any particular song, because I'm gonna turn up to whatever the hell is going on.
It's always Ricky.
Always Ricky. Can't never answer the question.
I answered the question. You're just mad at the answer.
Who raised this ninja?
I thought I was going to say one of y'all songs.
All right, Stacey.
Actually, like, I got 5 on it. And I don't have 5 on it. That's the thing. But I love that. I got 5 on it. I don't smoke or nothing. You know that. And then Pony, do you want to ride? I love that type of,
Yeah. Hey, you don't know nothing about that do or die.
Shut up, girl. That used to be my thing.
Yeah, she said Pony. Genuine.
Well, she said, do you want to ride? And I could think, all I can do is die.
And then I like Pony. Genuine. I just gave 3 different.
All right, Tara.
Again, I'm just going to, Jesus. I want to say This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan, because I act a fool when they come on, but I also do when Summertime come on. It don't even have to be Summertime. I just think Summertime is an absolute classic. There's so many. My Boo, Goes Down DJs. I could go on and on forever, like for real.
All right, Tone Bone.
He gonna say his music.
Drugs
and Emotions, baby.
Facts. That's one. That's one.
What's another one, Tone?
That's
Michael
one. Percocets and Molly. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Percocets and Molly.
Drug related.
That story, Ricky. Whose song is that?
Anything drug related. I don't listen. I am the worst person to ask who sing a song. All I can tell you is the words to it. I can't tell you who sing it.
Chris Brown, Drink. That I think you're talking about.
Yeah, Chris Brown. Percocets and Molly.
Okay,
I
look,
love
Lord.
why this shit. That's the shit.
Jay, how you
That's
know
my
that?
I'm
shit.
pretty sure that that's not the song, the name of the song.
Yes,
But
the fuck it is, girl. It ain't the name of it. That's what the
No,
lyrics say. I'm singing the
it's
damn
no,
song.
it's not residuals. What is that? That's the one he did.
Yeah, hey, that's the other one. I couldn't think of that one. Residual my shit too, but
Right.
the Percocets and Molly my shit too. It
KJ,
ain't the
yours
name
is
of the song, obviously.
yours way by the water. No.
Oh,
Nah, that nigga
Oh,
said
hey,
"Tell
hey,
Me to
mine,
really?
Come" by Sam Cooke.
hey,
he
I
So
ain't
is
gonna
it,
lie,
on
mine go back. I love all kind. I mean, and I was fortunate enough to grow up. I got some rock and roll. I got some everything, but I'm gonna give some of my highlights. I got "Cool" by Morris Day. Uh, from "I Can't Go for That" by Hall and Oates.
Nigga, you said Morris Day.
Morris Day.
He said, "Hark all the angels."
I
You
said
talking about like
Morris Day.
from? You talking about the dude from Purple Rain?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's that
more
spell?
day in the time.
His song was Far East
That
Side.
nigga was a singer for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, more day in the
Oh
Man, I
man.
just
time was
thought he was in
real.
one movie, bro.
Hey, nah, he cold, man. He cold, man. Listen to that brother. That brother is cold. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see him this Saturday in Vegas. My
He's still
birthday is
alive.
look, my birthday is Friday, and I'm going to see him in Vegas. And it's two brothers from St. Louis that perform with After Seven. They're gonna be performing there too. So Will Robinson from
How
St.
old you
Louis,
gonna
y'all
be?
familiar with
77?
him? Yeah, he's singing with After Seven, and also
He
Corey
ain't here
Saxon
yet.
Allen from East St. Louis that owns Local Legends.
He
He
ain't
playing saxophone with Local 7. Local 7 and Morris, they're going to be performing. I'm going to be up on stage with Tamarine with my boys from the East Side. We're going to be kicking it in
Oh
You
my
know,
Vegas.
God,
Ricky tried to
Lord
be,
Jesus.
Ricky tried to be funny. She said, "How old you gonna be? 77?"
2-5. 2-5.
55.
Double nickel, baby.
75? Okay, I got it.
Look, there's 10 fingers here. 5-5.
Hey, Teresa said hello, beautiful people, and just
What up? What
find
up? What
Mary
up?
J. Mary J up in this piece. Blue said, okay, babe, with the go see about a pony ended up do or die and do or die cat in a black
So
sea
stupid.
caddy tap it open. All right,
What
next.
did Blue say? Don't be out here talking crazy, Blue. I ain't got time to play with you.
All right, next topic. It says name a romantic movie that broke your heart. Yeah, I got your thoughts ready. Yeah, I got your thoughts ready. All right, KJ, go ahead.
All right, come back. Come back.
All right. Stacy,
AJ was finna say, the crucifixion of Christ.
go ahead, Stacy.
I
Where
don't
your
know.
boyfriend at, Ricky?
You know, so the crucifixion
Maybe
occurred.
that movie with Aaliyah. I don't know.
Which movie?
Shut up, boy.
I thought that movie with Aaliyah.
Every
What's
Tyler
that
Perry
with
movie.
the Kung Fu guy and stuff? I don't know. Just whatever. I
Uh,
don't
Yeah, she's talking about Aaliyah, Jet Li, and DMX. What was it?
know. Yes.
I'm devastated. Romeo Must Die.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
that broke
I
your
think
heart.
I really like that one. What'd you say?
I said that broke your heart. I say one since can't nobody think.
I
All
said
Right.
mine, but don't say nobody.
right, go ahead, Tara. In case I say it.
I'm gonna go with City of Angels.
Oh
That
yeah,
one really
oh yeah,
messed
that was.
me up.
Oh yeah, when he
I
was like,
got
But you
"Oh,
know
one.
I was
what?
turned to
That's
live, and
cold
then the
ass.
glove died."
That's cold ass.
Exactly. And up close and personal. Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert Redford. That was phenomenal too. Very sad.
Nah, yeah, never heard
All
of
right,
it.
look, a couple of them for me. You got Ghost,
Yep.
and I got Jason's lyrics.
Okay.
She. What you look? You Googled it.
All right, I got one.
Story.
I got
Go
one.
ahead,
She
so
Googled
Ghost
it.
had me balling, baby. That's my movie.
that was my movie Ghost.
What's that? Moulin Rouge. That's sad.
What?
That's sad.
Titanic, even though
Okay,
she was
bro.
bad at bucket.
That's sad. She died. She died at the end.
Oh my god.
She died at the end. That hurts. She died.
KJ.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to bite out Tara because she
The
said one of my
Titanic
favorite
too.
movies, Cities of
What
Angels.
about Cooley High?
Oh, Cooley. Oh, yeah,
Cool.
Cooley High. That was dope. That was dope.
Love
That was
story.
dope as hell. Yeah, I love. But that wasn't like a romance movie. But you was sad,
He
you
was
know, when he got killed at the end. You know.
When they killed Coach Cheese. That shit was hella sad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Blue said the family that prays.
What the fuck? You niggas do not know what
Hold
love
on,
story
is that
is,
the
man.
one
Violet says
where
legend. She
Byron
said
found
legend.
out his sister was his dad, was his mama?
You niggas don't know nothing about no love story. Y'all tripping. This nigga talking about some
Plug
the
love.
family that prays. What the fuck?
What
Okay,
about
Plug.
The
okay.
notebook, the
The
notebook
notebook.
was
Notebook?
I
Yeah,
just
it
said
was
that.
beautiful.
I just said the notebook. Shut up, Bone. You ain't
And
hear
then
me.
and then the it's one on Netflix called Sylvie's Love. That shit, hey, that shit made me cry for real. For
Oh,
real.
you cry?
I cried, girl. I cried tears of a motherfucking clown.
yeah, crazy.
And that's right, KJ. That's an old one. Tears of a clown.
Oh yeah, hey,
I'm
that's a classic.
hollering, bro.
All
That's
right.
a
Crazy
classic.
as hell.
Next topic, man. It said, what was the first social media platform that you ever joined?
MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Mine was Black Planet.
Mine was
Black Planet.
Facebook.
What the fuck?
You don't know what Black Planet is?
Oh, I remember Black Planet. Oh my
Black.
I don't
goodness.
know
Yeah,
no shit
MySpace
like
is
that,
my
guy.
first one.
Yeah, mine
Yeah,
I
was
know
MySpace.
Facebook.
Black Planet. Yeah, I want to know no Black Planet. I don't know nothing about that. I was
Yeah.
poor. I ain't had no cell phone early like
That
that.
was when Big Boys was out, I think, the
Yeah,
day.
I went to I was in the Cochran. Yeah, we did. My mama didn't have that type of money. Yeah.
KJ,
My ass
what
I
up,
was
wasn't
on
up on
I
no
was
motherfucker?
on
Black
something
Planet.
called
I
College
remember
Club
Facebook,
too. That was the days, baby.
the Book of Faces.
You ain't
The
get on
Book of
MySpace?
Faces.
You ain't get on MySpace?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
The
I
book.
wasn't. I
The
wasn't
book.
on there early.
What's the book of spaces? That's like.
Girl,
Facebook ain't it?
Facebook. You talking about the Book of Faces. You talking about Facebook.
That nigga
Oh.
that nigga just be trying to sound. They do be trying to sound different.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
all.
All right, man.
Gotta be
Look.
light skinned, extra.
All right, next topic. Yeah, what do
Oh
y'all
boy.
think of? What do y'all think about this worst backhand compliment?
Well, it sounds like a compliment is actually an insult. How's your little music thing going? Yeah, how's your little music thing going? How's your little podcast thing? Yeah, how's that little podcast going? Just wring my neck. You're a better woman than me. That's on God. Damn. You're a better woman than me. Damn. Yeah, bro. I love that for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what you think about that? People like, how your little music going? How your little
Go ahead, Bone.
Bo, what you think?
First of all, if somebody said they trying to make a short joke, and I definitely don't give a fuck about that.
That's a double joke.
And then on top of that, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, hey, look, you got look. Don't take the second agreement we make when it's like don't take shit personal. You hear me? When somebody on some ignorant jealousy, like envious ass energy, weird ass energy, that ain't got shit to do with me. That's something to do with them.
That
Like you gotta go fix that on your own. I can't take that. You hear me? I don't fuck around. Like straight up, it's too much stress. We supposed to alleviate stress as we get older. You know what I'm saying? As you die, get close to that age of gone, you supposed to be alleviating. You can't got time to worry about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit
Like
called
straight up.
Ricky.
Ain't nobody never little shit to me. Like ever. Nobody's ever been like, how your little nothing? Ever.
Man, say how your little job going? How your
Ain't
little
nobody never said no little job to me because I always had big jobs.
how your big little job going?
Nope. Ain't nobody never play with me on that aspect. Like ever.
Look, Ricky
I don't know. People just don't play with me in certain capacities. Like I don't know. I can't speak on it because it's never happened to me. But I have done that to people before. But it wasn't intentionally like trying to throw an underhanded joke at them or nothing. I just be like the motherfucker little. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like, but it wasn't like to be, as they say, short with nobody. But nah, it's just not for real. Like I've just never really had experienced that.
All right, KJ.
I mean, obviously, you know, it is what it is when people say stuff. You know, what I hate is that I'm usually in like a good mood, and it takes me a second to realize that somebody just said some slick shit to me. That's what I hate. Like I got a list of people that I don't speak to. It's some some grown men. Look, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. And I might be someplace and I'm enjoying myself. I'm speaking to everybody. All of a sudden he done came in. I'm speaking to him because I'm still in a good mood. And it'd be like a week later. I'd be like, hold on, is that what happened?
Had a little aviation.
KJ, you know what Dollar Bill said? You gotta be quick on your toes, quick on your toes.
Hey, you can't pay attention to everybody. Look, I'm up here. I can't even pay attention to what y'all talking about. I can't focus.
How your little aviation going? All right, Stacey.
Yeah. It's always haters. It's always haters out there. Mainly your family. How your little business going? How what I'm saying? I mean, I'd be like, which one? What you got? What you doing, girl? What you doing? So that I'll be, shooting back at them. If they want to take a shot at me, I shoot them back. Oh, which one? Oh, what you doing? What you got going out? That part.
Right. Look.
Hey, Teresa
keep them upset.
Teresa said, I didn't know that I love that for you was a backhanded compliment. When somebody say, I love that for you.
I just depend on who it's coming from.
It depends on who it is, and it depends on how you want to take some stuff. Somebody could genuinely mean, I love that for you. Like if you say you just got your modeling job and you moving to New York and they know you've been on that, in that tunnel and in that lane for a long time waiting on that to happen. So sometimes people just want to be negative. That's all.
Right. What about you, Tara?
What them negative means?
I just wanted to say that I'm very disappointed that none of us said Titanic to the movie question.
You ain't say Titanic. I said
Girl, back.
Don't run it back.
What about Brokeback Mountain?
Back too.
We can bet 20 on it, and I want my money.
No, I ain't betting no money. I don't even care that much. What's the?
We can bet some perfume, then, Tara.
Okay,
but I definitely ain't doing that.
Y'all done went back to the movies. Y'all talking about the movies, and we talking about the
backhanded compliment.
It was room on that raft for that, and she let that boy freeze in the water. There was room on that raft.
What is the current question, Lacey?
What do you think about the backhanded question? Like,
listen, and I forget who said this, so whatever. But I do believe that Tone said it. Yeah, sometimes we just gotta mature. Like you can say the only time you're gonna take the time to give somebody a backhanded compliment is if you jealous or you hating. And I love living rent free in other people's heads. Let me stay there and you dwell on that and you harp on me while I don't give two flying fucks about you straight up. So I don't care. I don't care at this point. You got something you want to say, it depends. It catch me on the right day. And it also makes, like if we in person or not, I ain't gonna hold you. You might get slapped. But I'm trying to be a better person at 44 going on 45. So fuck you. That's how I feel.
Yep.
How about that?
All right, man. Next topic.
A lot of women are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. When it comes to relationships, men are the prize. Yeah, I said it. Men are the prize. Men are the providers. Men are the protectors. Men are the stability. Men are the reason we're able to carry life into this world in the first place. Men keep us grounded and are able to build us up, us very emotional and sometimes illogical thinkers, into the woman God has called us to be. Unfortunately, so many of our men have been incarcerated and so many of our men come from toxic households. Therefore, it's up to you to do your honest part to make sure that the man that you're interested in is actually a good man and doesn't just look good. A good man is a prize to the world because where would we honestly be without our men? A good man is a prize to a single woman struggling with 4 kids on her own. A good man is a prize to a woman who didn't grow up with a father to know what love really is. Call me a pick me, at least I'm getting picked.
All right, Tara.
That girl said, call me and pick me because at least I'm getting picked. Listen, a word. Because this woman emphasized good man, I mean, she drilled it into the ground and even told you it's your job to make sure he's good before you treat him as the prize and give him your all and be submissive and all of that stuff. I love this video. I have absolutely no problems with this video.
All right, Ricky. You can't hear.
Yeah, I know. I was telling my dog to stop barking. I'm not mad at pygmies.
Really?
My bad. My phone was ringing. I'm not mad at pygmies, and I'm not negating what she's saying at all, right? I don't think that one person is the prize over the other. However, I will say that it's so many not good men out here that is kind of hard to see the good men. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not arguing it. She was spot on with the good men part, but clearly she ain't found them yet. That's why she's trying to be a pick me. Go ahead. Next.
All right, KJ.
Yeah. So, like we focusing, like we said, on good man, a man that's prepared to take on those responsibilities, a man that's prepared to do those things. Yeah, he should be looked at as a prize. And I hate her saying like pick me because
Tara,
I
are
don't
you
like
having
that.
a flash?
I don't like
I
that.
was drinking before the show. I'm hot as hell.
Sorry, KJ.
That's
And
My
okay.
no,
bad.
baby, I'm not in that nowhere in that arena. But thanks for asking.
Yeah. So, if I hate that she's saying pick me, that I don't know where that term, comes from, but if a woman finds a good man, and just like a man finds a good woman, and that man is in the right place to build and guide, and then yeah, he deserves, the same response back from that woman. She should be able to be in her space and be able to be the woman that she wants to be, in that environment. Like Stacey said, if he's a good man, he's doing what he's supposed to do, he is, standing in his space, then that allows room for her to stand in her space.
I didn't say that. That was
I
terrible.
say Stacey. Who said it?
Every time we talk, Stacey, before you say if a man is gonna lead, he gotta be the right man.
Previously.
You meant in previous shows.
Got you. Okay, I thank
He
you.
did not go yet. KJ, I'll just real quickly because you asked the question. Girls who hate men or who are miserable in their relationships will call women who say stuff like this a pick me. Basically saying she's just building men up so one will pick her. So she was like, call me a pick me. I don't care. At least I'm getting picked. So I think she actually does have her man because she said that.
I don't think she have a man. I think she's trying to get one. That's why she said it. A woman with a man ain't.
Or you can take it Ricky's way again. Ricky gonna do what she gonna do. I can't.
I'm just saying. Listen, you ain't gotta say you'll pick me if you've been picked.
All right, Stacey.
Or you can.
I don't know what to say now. What? I'm just saying. So if it's a good man, you don't really have to be talking about the man being good. It just is shown, But I appreciate men who take care of women with kids and all of that good stuff. But it goes both ways. So you know how I feel about situations. So if you're a good man, you should have a good woman and all that. So I don't know. But of course, I guess she want to be picked or chosen because, she wants to talk about the good man or women not appreciating the good man or whatever. I don't know. She wants to be with a good man. That works.
All right.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, Ricky.
Hey, KJ, you said you don't know where the pick me term came from. Originally, as Tara had stated earlier.
Eloquently.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I thought about saying that, but
you a hater.
I'm
you a
not.
hater.
That's what I be talking about. Y'all be saying everything in hate because the person don't agree. All right, whatever.
You agree though.
Okay. Pick me's. I don't think that they originally originated from bitter bitches. I think pick me's originated from women that would say shit to get men's attention, and not necessarily women. Sarah, see, that's the problem. They're under the influence. Okay.
Now, you do this every show to just be the opposite. Every show. I'm living in the light of Ricky. Let's go.
So men can be pick me too. And so then if we hear a guy on here talking about the woman this, the woman that, then every guy we do that too to them. We like, look at this dude talking about pick me.
Yeah. Hey, Ricochet said, what's wrong with pick me's?
Nothing's wrong with them. Nothing at all. We're not saying that anything's wrong with them. We think they're amazing people out here. Yep. You should get you a pick me because they're gonna agree with everything that you say. Yep. That's what you should do.
All right, man. Look. All right, this next topic it's about 2 minutes, but I think the women will like this. So say 10 things.
Oh boy, here we
10
go.
things you should never do for
Video.
10 things you should never do for men. Let's get it.
10 things you should never do for a man, and I want you to listen to the end because they get even more important as time goes on. Point number 1, never be the first one to introduce a guy to your friends and family. This will create a lot of subconscious pressure within your mind that, hey, because they know him now, because they're going to ask about him now, I have to give them updates, and these updates have to sound good. They have to sound like we're still in this relationship. So now the subconscious pressure makes you take action on the relationship even when he's not showing up for you and even when he's being inconsistent with you. Point number 2 is about begging. Never beg a man for his time or attention, even when you feel like he's not texting you enough, not calling you enough, not asking you out on dates enough. The worst thing you can do is make him feel like you need his presence, you need his time and attention in order to survive. Number 3 is investment. Never allow the fact that you spent 6 months, 1 year, 2 years with a man to allow you to say, well, I've already been with him for this long. So even though our relationship isn't going well or isn't in the way that I want a relationship or my man to be, I'm still going to allow myself to endure this relationship simply because I've been here for too long and I'd be wasting time if I left the relationship. 4 is about committing. Never commit yourself to the idea of what you think a man could be in the future. Always be lucid enough to evaluate what he is on an ongoing basis and decide, is this what I need? Is this what benefits me as a partner in a relationship or not? Number 6 is about chasing. You can never self-sabotage yourself by convincing yourself that in order for you to get this guy on a date or in order for you guys to be romantic, you have to take the first step by going up to him, approaching him, asking him for his number, bringing up the fact that you want to go out on a date with him in order to be able to establish a relationship. Because if you have to chase him down in order to establish the relationship, you'll have to continue doing that in order to maintain the relationship. Never make ultimatums towards a man that you're dating like, hey, if you message another girl or DM another girl, I'm going to break up with you. Because if you do that, you must follow through with exactly what you said you were going to do and how you were going to take action. If you don't follow through by breaking up with him with the ultimatum that you said you were going to break up with him for, he will never take you seriously for the rest of the relationship. Number 8 is over-explaining. You can start to feel a compulsion to over-explain and over-communicate to men because you feel like they'll understand you better or they'll take action for you because of the fact you so amazingly communicate. The reality of it is that's never going to happen. The best thing for you to do is to sit back, say nothing, especially when you want a man to take action or make a change. The more you say nothing and do less, and he thinks to himself, something is wrong, I need to take action, the better for you the end result. Number 9, never in a million years will you pay a man's bills, because the moment you start paying for things on a reoccurring basis in terms of like making sure you support him, making sure you give him what he needs and you get him off his feet, he will begin to become a lazy man, meaning that he will come to you to extract from you, but never to do for you. Number 10, never change or adjust your already existing standards just because you feel like you like this guy a little bit more than all the other guys.
Ricky.
I knew you was gonna come pick. KJ, where you get the mark on your forehead? Is that the mark of Buddha? Right, never mind.
Made me mad. I had to smack him up once.
Oh, okay, damn. I feel bad for you, bro. You bruise real easy. You too bright for that. Put a damn band-aid on there and you look.
Oh my God.
Okay, my bad. Look. Okay. Okay, so I don't necessarily disagree with all of it, right? I do feel like a man that wants to will, right? You shouldn't have to ask a man to do certain things. There are some things because we all know that men's brain cells just don't function properly. So with that, you are going to have to show him and help him into doing some of the things that you actually want. I don't think the less is more kind of thing. You got to know the guy. You don't have to overly explain things, though. I do agree with that because sometimes your silence is golden. And what do most men say they want from females anyway? For them to shut the fuck up. So, silence is golden. But don't be too quiet because then he gonna, think that's going like to do some other shit. Let him know that you mean business. And this is just in life generally. If you say you're going to do something, stand on business. That comes with kids. If you say you're going to whoop their ass, then whoop their ass. You can't threaten them with an ass whooping and don't follow through with it.
Hey, Ricky, Donnell said, do that guy have a ring on his finger? He seemed kind of spicy.
I don't know if he had a ring on his finger, Donnell. I wasn't looking for that. You know why? Because I keep my man a secret. So with that being said, I don't know. No, I'm just teasing. No, but I did agree with some points that he made on there. I can't sit here and tell you I remember all 10 of them because that shit was long and got kind of redundant. But I do agree that you don't need to keep your family in your business though. The whole introducing them early on part and giving them update. You don't get nobody an update unless they ask. And even if y'all ain't doing good, you always gonna say that y'all doing good because all people want is to be nosy. And the more people that you have in there is the more people who got an opinion on your relationship. And they ain't gonna forgive your mate, so quit telling them the bad shit. All right, that's it.
That part. That part. People love to run their goddamn mouth.
Danielle said he
Tell me
agreed.
when it's good.
Yeah.
Tell me when it's good. Don't tell me when it's just bad. Cause now I don't like this nigga, and
Exactly.
I don't even know him for real, and I don't like him. So let's not.
And
do
all I know is the bad. Like what I'm supposed to like about him.
Yeah, Tara.
Okay, so I wrote down three that really I mean, I don't have a problem with, the things that he said that might be good for a lot of people. You like Ricky said, you gotta know your person, you gotta know yourself, you gotta know what you need. Now, when they talk about the time invested, I know too many women and a couple of men who are with people who they hate, they don't like, they don't get along, ain't sleeping together no more, all kind of crazy shit. And they only stay because they've been there. Oh, I've been in this for 2 years now. I've been here for 10 years now. You might as well understand that you're going to keep being miserable because this motherfucker ain't changing. They're showing you that. If she been the same way 10 years or vice versa, if he has, I don't know what you waiting on, but it's not. I mean, I don't know what to give you. So I agree 100% with number 3. Number 9, when he said never pay a man's bills because he'll become lazy. Yes, you do have some no good for nothing trifling Negroes that are like that. But if you with a man and you love him and he, gets laid off or the building that he works in catches fire and he out of work for a minute, what type of woman would you be not to step in and help him? So that's kind of weird to me. Now, you don't have to keep doing it for an elongated amount of time if y'all not living together or if it ain't really y'all engaged or something. But I don't agree with that in all scenarios. And then last one, the number 10, with changing your standards for people. It depends on what we're talking about. If you had these, you got some women out here that's got 6 kids by 6 different men talking about they need a 6-figure nigga and she been on welfare her whole life. She might need to change her standards. Okay. So it again depends on the scenario. But I did like the video and there were some gems in there.
Nice.
Hey, Tara, I didn't even hear number 9. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't pay men bills, but I will buy you a couple of tires if you need it.
Stacy. I don't know if Stacy here.
Stacy said she ain't paying no man bills.
KJ.
So, I tried to avoid being like Donnell, and noticing the stuff that initially made me say, he was a kind of pick me type of guy. And there were some things that I would want my daughters to hear. I'm not be judging, I think there were a lot of good points in there, especially one about not introducing early, standards. I'm gonna say, don't evolve your standards with whoever you're with. Both of y'all should be trying to, if you meet a man and he on a different level, you might need to change yourself a little bit, and then same way, as a guy, if you meet a woman and she on a different level, she's more elevated. Let's say she's going to events where you got to wear a tuxedo and you need to dress up nice, then, and their friends are people that are educated, well-rounded. Well, then, yeah, you might want to change your standards so that you can match that energy that you're in. As far as paying bills, I'm like, do what you feel comfortable doing. I don't look at it like the guy. If the guy coming back, if somebody using you, because that can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? A woman, if you, oh, my alternator out this week. Oh, my AC out this week. My refrigerator down. Because that happens on women's side all the time. So I don't really see, but men are expected to come through in them circumstances like it's nothing. We expect, okay, you know what? I got you, no problem.
Hey, so they be asking you for refrigerator repairs and shit?
Oh, you see all kind of shit.
Damn, that's crazy. I need to up my game because I be asking for the real shit.
Look.
I'm gonna have to start using it. Be like, my refrigerator needs fixing.
I ain't get the stove broken. I don't get a new stove, and I'm trying to.
Hey,
you learn how to duck them.
Wait a minute. Let me ask this question before you continue. Do you be buying the stuff though?
I don't even.
Bye. You took too long to respond. He took too long to respond.
Let me clarify. Right. Let me clarify. Once a woman start that with me, I'm already checked out. You know, because you can't handle your own
you
stuff.
can be checked out and still write a check. So I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
He took 30 seconds of hesitancy before he answered you, Ricky. He lying.
I heard you be doing.
Hey, look,
You
Donnell
ain't
said not paying his
When
bills
I
and she
hear
with a
that,
gigolo.
automatically know that this ain't who I'm interested in. If you can't pay your own bills, then we ain't compatible. Now the rest of it, I don't
Not a
care.
gigolo.
I spend, I do whatever. I do what I feel like.
Go ahead, Stacy.
So do you ever feel like getting refrigerators fixed?
Look what she Stacy.
Just asking. And then when
I'm not dating any woman that.
Yeah, I know he told Stacey it was her turn, right?
I
ain't
think
dating
this
no
is
woman
what
that
happens.
needs
This
me
what
to fix the
happens all the
refrigerator.
time.
I know. I actually heard him say Stacey this time.
I'm sorry, Stacey, but I was really trying to see if he was getting the Samsung refrigerators. That's all.
Look,
So what I
think,
think Ricky wants is for you to buy her a refrigerator, give her the money at least. I don't know.
Right, give her the money.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Stacey. Thank you. I didn't want to come out and say that and sound like a gold digger, though.
Hey, look. I've been knowing the game since the abortion tricks, since 16. You know, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna get an abortion. Okay. You know, so them games ain't new.
You was out here screwing around real young. Got it.
You know.
So what I'm gonna say, well, we finally had something for the women tonight, so I commend you for that. But there's something that he touched on. He said something about if you say something, do it, because when you don't,
Yeah.
they're gonna continue to not believe in you or just say, oh, she just talking or whatever. That is so true, because I've said that time and time again, right? And people be trying to play with me. Just but so the thing is, though, with that, when you finally be like, okay, you go ahead and do it, then they gonna be looking stupid and be like sitting there assed out and looking crazy and feeling crazy. So women, do what you say you're gonna do, okay? That part. Everything else, I mean, hey, he was kind of on point, like for real, especially bringing the people around your family be the worst one. Where's such and such? What y'all think y'all still together? You know, wishing y'all not, hating on y'all, that you know how the people do. So it's just best to really get to know the person before you try to bring them around your peoples and all that. Make sure y'all gonna be together, or at least act like y'all together or something. I don't know. But I like the little 10 things he gave or whatever. Some of them I really don't agree with, but he was like, I'm gonna just leave it at that and let the man have it tonight.
All right, Tone, I know you wasn't here for this, so but go to this next topic. This was for the man right here. Let's get it.
We know it's okay. Okay, if you want to know what a man thinks, don't ask a woman, ask a man. So I'm asking you. Okay. What is up with men saying they don't want women wearing fake hair, fake eyelashes, having a BBL, the lace front? They say they'd rather not date somebody with all that.
Well, look, the foundation to understanding where the man is coming from is you got to understand that men and women are different. So a woman might feel really pretty if she puts on just the right makeup and the right, the right eyeliner and the right lashes and have her hair just so and the right perfume. All of those things might make a woman feel confident and like she's got it all together. But men don't really like glamour. Men look at it like, wow, that's a lot. Not real eyelashes, not real eyeliner, lots of makeup, lots of to a man that's actually, to a man after a point that's actually repulsive. Women don't really see it that way because a lot of modern women assume that men think like women, and we don't. We have a completely different take on things. So men want somebody who seems natural, who is somebody that you can get to know right away, somebody that's obvious who they are, so that there's not a lot of false stuff underneath that they're going to have to dig underneath to try to figure out who this person is.
There you have it. right, we'll do another one. What about these women who say, I see these gorgeous men with basic looking women, and I see these baddies over here who don't have a man. What is the deal with men choosing basic over baddies?
All right. That's a good one. I'll say it like this. Men like to look at baddies, but they like to spend time with the basics. You know, the basic women and girls who might be a little thick, or who might be less glamorous, or who might like athletics. If supposedly good looking men are spending time with basic women, it's because they like those basic women. You know, those women are straightforward. You know who you are, you know who they are, you know what you're getting. So let's talk about nature and instinct. Men are instinctive hunters, protectors, okay? If men are approached by people they can't figure out, they can't measure, they tend to shy away from those people. The basic women, the basic girls are easy to get to know. And if they're really nice, and if they're really interesting, they have good conversation, that's somebody a man will spend all day with. The baddie is nice. She might have a rockin' body and might be dressed in designer and stuff like that. But if she's really glamorous and hard to figure out, or if she doesn't have anything really nice and fun to talk about, a guy doesn't want to spend all day with her. Okay. You know, guys socialize a little bit different than women do. Men.
All right, talk about.
I'm not gonna lie. My ADD kicked in.
You know what? Who raised this ninja?
That video was long as fuck. That video was long as fuck. But I will say the beginning part, niggas be choosing, like, I ain't gonna say niggas, but like men, period. Like, you gonna choose like less stress when you come to the woman that you want. It's less stress. You hear me? The pretty shit, all that shit is like subjective, because whatever man want it, whatever man don't. Like, to where, but like, they always gonna choose less stress, whatever's less stress for them in their life. Some niggas choose the women that's most stress. Like, but I don't know. I got lost in what he was trying to explain. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. I get. I don't know. Yeah.
You say I can't do with that.
Go ahead, Tara.
Okay, so I talked about this. We had a bit of a war in FragCom. Like Fergus, I had to tell a couple of the hoes off because they was getting on my nerve. Let me give you guys the term, the actual definition of basic. Forming an essential foundation or starting point, fundamental. So for those of out there who understand what this means, being basic is not a bad thing. People, I don't know who was trying to make this a negative thing, but I know a lot of my male friends that think that baddies who go out here and dress to the nines, they do all the everything, usually don't have really good attitudes. Not all of them, but a lot of them are out here. Again, those are the ones who think they deserve a 7-figure dude and talk to you any kind of way and judge you for how you dress and, and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, what fundamentally do you care about? What foundationally can you bring to a relationship? So a lot of times it's not, they're really empty on the inside, bad attitudes, really full of themselves, really arrogant. And then you got some men who just don't want all that. They want to be able to wear a crisp white shirt around you and know all your foundation and makeup ain't gonna get on. They want to know what their kids are gonna look like. And when you do all that contouring, well, he don't actually know what you look like. He doesn't want to have to wait an hour or two every time you want to get ready when he want to go out. He might want to jump up and go get some Thai food immediately, and you take too damn long to get ready. So I know that's one of the two big compliments from me for men. I mean, I get multiple, but I always smell good and that I'm natural. They like that they can run their fingers through my hair and it's not gonna come off. They like the fact that I can lay on them and there's nothing to rub off on them, because in my everyday life I don't wear lipstick. I do that when I record YouTube here. That's fine. And it's okay, because you got some men who want girls dressed down and faces beat. You gotta like what you like and go for that. But I do think it's about the high maintenance of it all. Dudes are really easy. They want peace. They want you laid back, and they want to know what the fuck you look like. That's it.
Right. Danielle said, I like what he said about natural and fake. Yeah, I get the wigs. Sometimes it's good to bring red or ginger to the bedroom. All right, KJ.
Hey, some of them be needing that shit though, God.
Oh, yep. So he did a really good job to me of kind of, breaking down some of the mechanics. We always look at it like it's one big piece. And he did a job of like breaking it down. So he's talking about aesthetics versus mentality. And then, there could be a part that subconsciously men that when we look at you and what you consider a baddie is kind of something that's become like a television term. A gal could think she a baddie, and we looking, and as a man, it don't naturally call us to be with you, because you're being guided by the internet or by what other people think about you, where the other person may appear to be more confident in themselves. And I think that kind of naturally attracts us, just like to a woman. If a man is not assertive or strong or stoic, in his response, that kind of repels that woman if she feels like, okay, I can't really count on you. And I think in this situation, he did a good job of kind of breaking down some of the mechanics, and just like Tara kind of also talked about, just what's important to you, and like I've said it a few times, the worst thing that's happened to our communities is, white people run our radio stations, white people run the Essence Fest, white people run our videos, BET, and they create a definition that's not a wholesome woman, and I think that's obviously going to be an issue with men trying to track it down. So he did a good job, of further breaking down some of the things that we talked about, some of the stuff.
All right, Stacey.
So yeah, it just depends on what the man wants or what he's looking for. A baddie for him may be a basic person. When you say basic, no makeup and natural hair, all this type of stuff or whatever it may be. And a baddie for someone else, it just depends on what the man wants. Long hair, short hair, eyelashes, no eyelashes, whatever his preference may be. Men attract who they attract, and that's primarily why they're with who they're with. So, they may lie. Some of these men be going for the basics, but then be all want their woman to really spice it up, and don't know how to tell them or whatever, like I want you to do this, do that, put this on and all that, and they don't know how to do it or how to say it. So these men need to quit playing and be true to their woman too, like if you want the basic, don't be out here trying to play and looking for the other, the woman with the long hair to be that second girl or whatever. That part.
All right, Ricky.
Yeah, no cap. I was not listening to him. Like they was talking for help. But what I gathered was the whole conversation that I'm tired of having, the natural versus the made up thing. Get whatever the fuck you want. Like I don't think it really makes a difference. It's a man that like a chick that's made up, and it's a man that like a natural chick. It's great if you can do both, right? I don't really wear makeup and all of that shit. You might catch me with some eyelashes and my hair gonna stay braided, because who the fuck gonna get up and comb it every day? I don't have that kind of time. That's the shit that I don't want to deal with. It's not that I'm bald headed. I just don't want to get up and deal with that shit every day.
I'm on my podcast.
We bet. No, but like I like convenience. So I do things for convenience. Like my hair stays braided for convenience. That's one less thing I have to worry about in the morning is combing my hair. So then all I have to do is worry about getting the kids ready. Like it's a convenience thing for me, because I don't want to get up in the morning and be like, damn, I still got to do my hair. I already got to cook. I got to clean. I got to give them baths. I got to do homework and play with them and do all my homework and everything else. Like it's just so many other things that I have to do versus worrying about putting on a face that I'm going to be hot in and ready to take off as soon as I walk outside. Like I don't get the shit. I'm not mad at the chicks who do it, because, hey, look, some of y'all look good. Some of y'all look casket short, and that's not a good thing. But some of y'all makeup be looking good. Some of y'all look like y'all straight out the circus. I'm not judging. I'm just saying That it's a lot. I've seen it. My little sister does makeup, and she makes her makeup look flawless. Do I got that kind of time? An hour or 2 hours to put that shit on? Hell no. I couldn't tell you the first thing about it. Find the person that you want, right? If you want a chick with long hair down to her ass crack, but it's a bust down, that's a bust down, right? Yeah, but it's a bust down, right? If you want the Kunta Kinte freedom fighter, go get them.
Kunta.
Oh my God.
If you want the Black Panther, go get it.
What is your name, Toby?
I'm just saying, whatever you're after, or as KJ, he got the Marker Buddha and the Rastafarian going on. If that's what you're into, go get it.
Oh my God.
That was a very
it is somebody out there for everybody.
It look like the shape of Missouri, don't it?
It don't, but you know, it looked like a boot, like a heel hit you.
You're crazy.
Nah, literally.
You know what? I just want to say real quick. When you're watching the podcast or you know somebody's doing one and you continuously send them reels, somebody should slap the shit out you. And you know who I'm talking to because I know you listening. Stop sending me reels. Okay, go ahead, y'all.
Sarah's right.
Sarah, it's not real unless you put a name to it.
Ricochet. He just did a comment on here. Stop sending me reels.
Alrighty then.
You heard it. You heard it here first. Live and uncensored the conversation.
That's how I know you don't be listening, Negro. Can't be doing two things at once. Ugh, get on my nerves.
You heard it here first. Ricky crazy, looking serious. You heard it here first.
I do want y'all to know that was my passion. Like I wanted to be.
Ricochet said first off.
That was my passion. I wanted to be a news reporter. But I wanted to report.
You sending them left and right. Bam, bam, bam. What's wrong with you?
Ricky, you look hella serious. You like, you heard it here first.
She been waiting to say that since 12th grade.
Shit, that was hella funny.
First off, I've said that a whole lot of times. You might want to catch up, but you probably didn't heard it since I was in kindergarten.
I'm listening now. We gonna see.
All right, man. Let me go to this next time.
I don't forget nothing you say, Ricky.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, next time.
I don't know if people are aware of this, but the most important decision you will ever make in your life after choosing to believe in God is the mate you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Your mate will either inspire you to grow into your greatness or they'll confine you to complacency. They'll either be your other half or they'll make you half of yourself. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, like, a good relationship will make you more youthful and bring out the best in you, and a bad one will age you prematurely and bring out the worst. So choose wisely.
All right, Sarah, go ahead and take that one first.
Absolutely. Come on, we have this one life. We have all of these, politics and religions and, kids and exes and blah, 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 blah. The person that you spend your life with, the person that you, live with, grow with, marry, let inside your body. This person is close to you as the child that you carried if you had kids. They're literally inside your body. Can't get no closer than that. When you share your essence, your body, your soul, your spirit, your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, everything with a person, if they're a negative, nasty person, what do you think you're gonna embody that same energy? You're gonna be miserable. You're always gonna be sad or mad or whatever and missing out on many of your blessings, unable to thrive and be the best of yourself because you have this weight, this burden. When you need to have someone who can uplift you and strengthen you and hold you when you are falling apart and put you back together, and vice versa, you do the same for them. Who wouldn't want to have the positive and the love and all of that from someone that, of course, is going to make you feel useful? It takes out the stress of being in this trifling ass dating pool. I do not ever want to be back in that situation. I don't want to be miserable. I want someone who can help me to de-stress. I don't want to have a person living with me, yet I got to do it all on my own. I love this video, and it's true. One of the best decisions, especially if you're going to procreate with somebody. Oh my God. Make sure you're with someone who's actually going to stay there. Be a good mom, be a good dad, who's going to, build and put into those kids the same way that you will, in love and just all of that good stuff. So of course this video was great, and we need to do better because I know all of us probably have at least one person, if not more, we wish we never met or wasted time with. And see, that's what we mean. That takes away from you instead of building you up.
Right, Stacy.
That was real nice and sweet.
So I'm gonna say that yeah, your mate should be that person that uplifts you, that you just look forward to coming home to, the one that you can just tell, hey, baby, how my day was this, my day was that, one you can just really grow with, and we shouldn't be wasting time with those we know we shouldn't be with, because life is too short, hey, for real. And it's been so many people we've been with that we've wasted time and we wish we can get it back, but so at this time, when you mature, you know not to waste any more time and to just further your life with greatness. When I say greatness, you two can be, have be that powerful couple, be together and just love on each other and just stop playing. Like if your person is that needs that uplift, and be that uplifter for that person. If you know you're stronger and he's a little weaker, or you're weaker and he's stronger, you guys should just lift up each other together, 50-50, be together, and don't act like you better than that person or any of that. I'm just saying that, like, a lot of people, I've been spending time with different couples and stuff, and I see some people just be thinking, hey, well, he this, he that. I'm like, what, girl? What are you talking about? Like, just because you got this good job or you up here, hey, you can lose that at any time, People don't know. Like, stop playing. Just be there for each other and help each other out, If you got the bag or whatever, and they can get the bag too. So help them grow and do what they need to do to succeed. Both of you guys can be great together. I love to see powerful couples. That part.
Stacey, that was really thoughtful. I like it. I can't uplift shit. These arms ain't made for that.
All right, news reporter Ricky.
These arms weren't made for uplifting.
Hold on. Back to you, Ricky.
Thanks, Stacey, from the studio. No. First off, I just want to get a shout out to my person. He knows who he is. All right, that's out the way. I think it's very important to vet and pick a person. It's nobody that I want to go back and unmeet, right? Because I probably would have never met the person that I have now if I would have did anything different in my life. So I'm thankful for everything that I've learned and grown from. I think that was beautifully said, and I'm glad that I was picked. And that's my beginning, middle, and end. Stacey, I'm just trying to understand if you're trying to help me get a bag. That's it. I mean, we ain't got to be in a relationship, but if that's
I'm happy for you, Ricky. I'm happy you got your person. I'm happy you got engaged. I'm happy you had a wedding that you didn't invite none of us to fuck to. All of those things. I'm very happy for you. I love this for you.
Sarah, not too much, because I have not had the wedding. The wedding is next month.
She said she happy for you.
I mean, last episode you said you was me. You said, fuck that, I'm married. I'm like, damn, that's cool.
Well, look, they say put it out in the universe, right? So I'm putting it out in the
I
universe.
heard, all right. Speak life into it. All right, I'm with you now.
All right, KJ.
Yeah.
So I think what we heard was a good example of, we talk about the dream of what we want a relationship to be, but there needs to be some practical thought that goes into it. And this is one of those things that I think it would be nice if we were taught this when we were young. Like Ricky, a lot of us, we made mistakes. We met somebody, we learned from that, we learned from this, we learned from that. But it would have been nice if somebody would have laid some of this out in the beginning about the person that you're going to choose and the person you're going to be with. So you're not just thinking about, oh, this person just makes me feel good at this time. Or this is just somebody that's just filling a gap at this time. And you end up in a relationship with a person that really doesn't know how to make you happy. You might get with somebody, they might want to be in a relationship, but they traumatized, they don't know how to make themselves happy. And this is kind of one of those things that's in between the, hey, you want to be blissful and you want to be in love, but there's also work in a relationship. It's like a job, and if you're not getting rewarded in that job, or that job is wearing you down and don't care about you getting a promotion, or you having or don't care about your well-being as well as you care about theirs, then you're not going to be happy. And like I said, the biggest thing out of this that between Stacey comments, Tara's, and Ricky's, that this would make me wish that there was a class that 15, 16-year-olds could take before they start actually getting into dating and trying to be in serious relationships. That these are some of the things, and if you see this, you need to bail. You need to get out. This person isn't ready. So I like this. I like that content. I like that was said. Because it don't just take you feeling good about a person. You can feel good about the job you have, but if the job is not rewarding and you get beat down, you don't get a promotion, they treat you like shit, you're not going to enjoy your job, and you are going to be miserable. You're going to die sooner. You're going to be sicker. You're not going to be motivated to do anything. And then you can have that more beautiful love that people want to have, and that blind love, and that type of environment.
All right.
I really hate when I agree with this motherfucker.
Tara, what was you laughing about?
I was thrown off when he said you're gonna die sooner. It just felt like something from Final Destination. I just didn't expect him to say that. It was hilarious to me. I hate when I agree with him, but however, I will say this. This is the only thing I would change about what you said, KJ. I would start that class at like 11 and 12. Because these mofos being in 5 relationships by the time they 15, 16 these days. It's crazy. So make it younger and you got yourself up. Yeah, I like that.
And Ricky,
the first and last time I'm gonna tell you that.
And Ricky, I heard what you said, so I was in something.
We write that down.
All right, next topic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you went back. You heard it.
I heard you. We'll talk.
Okay.
Next topic.
So you went back in there and paid for a candy that she had already walked out the store with.
Yeah, she stole.
Why would you do that? I would never do something like that. I would just leave.
It's called integrity.
All right, Ricky, what's your thought?
Hey, look, I agree on both sides, right? That is integrity. I just don't think that I was finna teach it in that moment. All right. Bro, let's go. We already on the motherfucking mission. Like look, I'm not mad at him for doing it. I wouldn't have done it because my son just recently did that, right? We went to Snooks. I put all the stuff up there whole time. Buddy holding a whole king size Hershey's in his hand and walked out the door with it. Oh, slick as a mom. He was slick as a can of oil. So instead of me going back with the integrity and paying for it, I just told him he was gonna go to jail. Now, mind you, my son's 5 years old, and I told him he was gonna go to jail because he just stole, and stealing is wrong. So if you steal something, you're gonna go to jail. So he gave me his $2 for the Hershey bar. Now that wasn't enough, but I'm gonna take his $2 and in the event that he knows that it was paid for because he stole it. Now I didn't go back in the store with it, but I got me $2 out the situation. So now you know.
Oh my God.
Back in his bank, but I'm just saying.
Oh my God, who raised you?
I put it back in his bank, but I'm just saying it's the integrity of it. Now he knows not to do it. I didn't have to go back in the store to pay for it because I wasn't doing it. I was already gonna be late for work. I'm just saying he knows not to steal because he's gonna go to jail.
I'm in this podcast.
Oh my God, Stacey. Who raised Ricky?
I really think that when a child steals, they should go back in and you should make them pay. Like literally make them pay. Give the money to the cashier and say sorry and all of that. Yeah, you don't want to start nothing because that becomes a thing. You know what I'm saying? That could become a thing. So the young lady was wrong as hell on there. And I like the guy. I like that the guy went back and paid. That part.
Yeah, look, Ricky, you told him he was gonna go to jail. Then he realized he ain't go to jail. He's like, shit, I'm finna do this again.
No. See, because he gave me the money for it. That's the reason why he didn't go to jail. So he paid for the candy bar because he didn't want to go to jail.
Okay.
I just told him I was gonna go pay for it, so he don't know.
Okay, I got you.
The rest of that, okay. All he knows is he did something bad. And one thing about my son is he don't like to get in trouble. If I yell at my son, he's gonna get it together. Like my son, he's 5 and he's probably only got popped like twice. Like he's not the one to get in trouble.
Hey, Jizzle.
All right, so true story. Hold on. Now, true story. You know, and I think this is important. And I got my mama on the phone right here. Mama, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're not doing
Y'all
that.
hear her?
Yeah, we can hear her. Yeah.
All right, this my 91-year-old mama.
How you doing? How you doing,
I
Mama?
was 5 years old. What? You gave me a choice. Hold on. We was in Snooks, and it was a helicopter, and it was a police car.
Look who's out there.
You told me I could buy one of them.
That thing. Yeah, you kind of got over anxious.
Okay, but what did you make me do when you found out I was playing with the helicopter in the back seat of the car on the way home? What did you make me do?
We turned around and I made you. We went back. Why?
And what?
You know good and well. I made you go back and we talked to the people up there, the manager.
And you made me give it back.
Well, of course. Why else did I take you back? I mean, I was nice enough to buy you something, and then you got greedy.
Thank you, Mama.
Why are you asking me 50 years later?
Thank you, Mama. You proved my point. I'm gonna fill you in later.
Oh my
Love
God.
you, Mama.
He said, then you got greedy.
Of course. Why else would I take you back there? I know that's right.
Yeah, so you know, integrity. I'm gonna say here's the thing, and like with my kids, why I focus on integrity, because you teaching your kid to lie, and you teaching them to lie to you, they're gonna lie to you later. You know, and we know the more integrity they have, the more likely they are to want to earn things and work for things too. And that moment that I ain't gonna lie, she told me I got slick, and we ride home in the car, and I'm doing with the car, but also I'm making helicopter sound. You know, with the helicopter, she's like, "Hold on, what you doing with that?" And making me go back did make me, and it also taught me that if I made a mistake, I can go and try to make amends for it. So that lesson, you know, always stuck with me, and because it teaches your kids too that they can get into trouble and take responsibility for trouble. A lot of times we don't let our kids get into trouble, and so they learn how to lie. Then they lied and they lied, and then next thing you know, they lying to you. That mother right there, she's gonna be mad when that little girl starts lying to her. Well, you taught me to lie, Mama. Instead of her learning to take accountability and learning, you can apologize, and it's not gonna be worse. It's gonna be okay. That's my point from there. Thank y'all for listening to my mama.
All right, Tara. Yeah, greedy, KJ. That was
Okay. 91. Woo, boy, that's a long ass time.
Salute to her.
But facts. And I know this is not indicative of anything, you know, factual, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of white women out here who may act like that too. But the first thing I thought, I ain't gonna hold you, was this is why Black men go off and date and marry white women. What the heck? She had a whole attitude with this man. Why would you do that? Why would he teach your daughter that stealing is incorrect? Why would he do the right, moral, just thing? Why would he put that kind of energy into the world? You know, because sometimes the world brings it back to you. When you go, you know, I remember driving behind somebody who actually left their cash in the ATM, grabbed their card, their receipt, left the cash. When the bank opened the next day, you damn right, I took it in there. I said, here go my receipt. Whoever the hell was there before me, they missing their money. And that person actually left a reward for me for bringing it back. And then when I left my purse in the cart at Schnucks one day, got all the way home, put the stuff up, realized I ain't had my purse. I drove back up there. It was still in the cart. I always thought because I did that for that person at the bank, that's why nobody happened to come in and take everything out of my purse, Social Security cards and all that stuff, when I used to keep that stuff in there. So It's disgusting to me that you would say, I would never do something like that. He needs to drop you like a bad habit, get custody of his child, and keep you far away from her. That's how I feel. Because you are willing to raise a miscreant, a cretin, a heathen. You think it's okay for your daughter to be that way. Yes, I'm taking you back in there. You're gonna apologize. You're not getting it. We're not gonna. If you already opened it, then I pay for it. Other than that, we're returning it. You're gonna apologize, and when you get home, you get your ass whooped because we don't do that. And you getting all your electronics taken. You're doing nothing for like at least a month because I'm nuclear pissed that you think it's okay to be like that. So yeah, but the mom is a problem.
Okay.
I agree with that because my son like my kids can get whatever they want in the store, and I let them pick out stuff. So what the hell you stealing a plain ass Hershey bar? Bro, we're not even making s'mores. Like, what the fuck is that about? You can get shit with nuts. Like, you ain't want a Reese's or nothing. You gonna steal a fucking plain ass Hershey bar? I was mad. Yeah, and guess what happened? I ate that Hershey bar.
Hear you, Stacey.
Tara, a candy bar a whole month.
Right. You know what? And all the y'all know how I feel about cheating. Like if you cheat or you hit me, I'm not staying with you. When it comes to people in life in general, do not be no liar or no thief. Like that's just disgusting to me. It's the equivalent of spitting in somebody's face. You don't steal, and now I look like a broke bitch who can't buy you a $1.25 bar. All kind of shit is going through my head. So yeah, for a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Last topic. Last topic of the day.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something
That's
in
kind
life you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing it.
Yep.
Yeah, Tara, go ahead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you have anything that bothers you, you're unhappy with anyone in your life, and you don't do anything to remove them, or you don't let them know what you need and they don't fulfill your needs, then why are you keeping them there? If you hate your job so much, Indeed.com, CareerBuilder.com, get your ass up there and get another job. With anything, for real, if you aren't changing the thing that's hurting, bothering, torturing, scaring, whatever you are choosing it. You're choosing to stay with it and be complacent and deal with it and be miserable. I mean, this was just quick, simple, and to the point. Absolutely.
All right, Stacey.
Are you asking me about this video? What you said, or what's my favorite quote?
What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I agree with what she said. Definitely, like you gotta choose. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna stick with the shit, then be with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't complain about the shit, really. But so it's pointless to talk about it if you're not gonna be about it. You know. Like, you're going to say, I'm going to leave, I'm going to do, and your ass still right there. You know what I'm saying? It's pointless to talk about it. You want to change the way things are done, you got to be that change. So it is what it is. That part.
All right. News reporter Ricky.
100% agree. I say this all the time. The only person that can change the situation is you. So if you're not willing to do any changing, then therefore you are choosing whatever happens to you. If you're gonna complain about your dude cheating and you ain't gonna leave, then shut the fuck up. Let him cheat in peace.
In peace.
Yeah, let him cheat in peace. Like, you ain't going nowhere. So what's the point? You doing all of that to still be there? That's stupid. Just leave and you don't have to deal with that. Like, this is with anything in life. If you're not going to change what you're complaining about, then shut the fuck up about it, because we're tired of hearing it. And when I say we, I mean just the people of the world. There's no purpose in doing the same thing and not doing anything about it. Complaining about stuff and not doing anything about it. And I just wanted to say, Tara, nobody really use Career Builder anymore. We're on LinkedIn.
I haven't had to look for a job in so long. I was reaching for that. All I know is Indeed.
All right, look, we still Indeed, but we are ZipRecruiter and LinkedIn. Okay, I just want to throw it out there. ZipRecruiter.
Okay, thank you.
For the people who are looking for jobs. Okay, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn. All right. I don't even know enough, career builder is still up. That's like saying go on Monster. Like nobody does that shit no more, right?
Yeah, Monster was one. Yes.
Like nobody does that. You don't hear anybody saying, "Yeah, look at the job posted on Monster." That just doesn't happen. I just wanted to help a little bit. Just
Exactly. Like I said, every week with your ass. Like I said earlier.
because you out here giving out misinformation. The fuck?
So Ricky, when you say that, so do you think it's possible to, okay, let's say, I won't say a name or whatever, but somebody getting back with, like, let's say their fiance or something, and then what do you think about that? Like when it's talked about, blah, 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 and then they get back with them, blah, blah, or something. What do you think about
every week?
Okay, so look, I'm gonna just say it like this because I don't know the ins and outs of people relationships, right, or whatever the cause is for people to break up. But I do think that kind of thing does happen, right? I could be so mad at my mate, I couldn't, because if I'm that mad at you, then ain't no coming back. We ain't spinning blocks. But if I'm to the point where we don't need to be together, then we don't need to be together until we can figure out whatever the fuck it is that's going on. Me per se, I'm not going to be talking about my mate if I'm gonna get back with my mate, or if that's where my heart is. Because if my heart is there, then I'm not gonna be telling you all the bad shit about them, because now you're gonna always be looking at them with the side eye. And this is the thing that we were talking about earlier with the don't tell people the bad shit going on in your relationships, because if that's all I know about your person, then I'm gonna forever get them the this bitch kind of attitude.
Have you ever had, like, you've dated more than one person at a time, at one given time? Like
me personally, I can't date multiple people. Here's why: because I'm too fucking awesome for that, right? And people are just stingy as shit with me. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, but people are genuinely just stingy with me. Maybe I should toot my own horn, but if I don't feel like I can give you a fair chance if I'm dating multiple people, and I just don't have the mental capacity to deal with telling multiple people what's going on today, asking them about their day, and doing all. It's just fucking too stressful.
I know that's right.
I don't want to deal with it, because I really don't give a fuck what's going on with your day. Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not. If you the least favorite out of all of the people, like, I can't do it. There's no point in me lying.
If you dating that many people and you don't know who to choose because they all just so great, just send them a message and say, send me $25 on Cash App. And whoever sends it without asking you why, that's who you choose. I mean, because if you mess with somebody and they ask you why you need $25, you shouldn't be with them no way. But stop dating all these damn people.
I can't date multiple people. It's just exhausting.
Saying you have?
No.
Oh.
I've never dated multiple people at the same time. Because once I go out on a date with people, like, I can have the intellectual conversations with people. I can have the homeboy conversations with people. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, right? Except for politics. I don't like talking about politics with people, because I'm not trying to change your opinion, and whatever you feel is what you feel and you believe in, right? I don't like to have those conversations. If you say you're a liberal, great. If you say you're a Republican, awesome. You say you're a Democrat, kudos to you. Like, I really don't care one way or the other. If you actually out here trying to make a change, that's different. But all of that shit is irrelevant to me.
Democrat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying all of it is irrelevant to me, but I can talk to people about anything. And so when I go out on a date with people, they be like, damn, you hella dope. Let's do this again. Like, literally, that's how me and my kids, people ended up together. Like, we went out on a date and this nigga just left. Like, every day we was going out on a date. Like, this is just how it be. This is how it always goes. Like, we just always out. Just always.
KJ, why you shaking your head? Stop it. Okay, come on. Because you don't go on and on and on.
Yeah, KJ.
And them kids people. That's
well, I know. Then I ain't gonna never ask Ricky out, because I can see it'll just never stop. Huh?
It be like that. I can't listen. I come with references. All right.
I love it.
Go ahead, KJ.
Hey, well, I think what a great positive mantra to end the show on. You know, whatever, you know, you're not changing. You know, you accepting, you choosing, and you know, this is, you know, just like prayer without works. You know, you got to take action. You got to take steps forward. Things you don't like, you know, you accepting it. You know, especially when you have other options. You know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's enough said. Everybody said it. It's very plain and simple. I hope people hope everybody listening finds something that they don't like about themselves and do something about it.
All right.
This is Justin. We have a breaking news you don't want to miss. Coming up next on UnCensor, the Conversation podcast presents Speak Your Truth. In this powerful segment, our dynamic panel consisting of G Soldier, Ms. Busy Boss, Tara Michelle, Tone Bone, Ricky, and Gateway Louie takes center stage as each one of them will speak their truth, sharing stories from the news that moved them, discussing hot topics that demand attention, or offering uplifting motivational messages to inspire us all. Get ready for raw, unfiltered perspectives and heartfelt moments. Back to you, Lacey.
Darlene says, you have a choice. You choose to change and live life at your best. All right, Ricky, speak your truth. Let them know where they can find you at. You got anything coming up?
You can find me. I have officially graduated with my project management. So I completed that. I am a career student, so y'all can hang it up. Them people will never get their money back. So I start classes in 2 weeks again. Of course, just know that them folks will never get their money back. They'll stay in deferment.
We'll get their money.
Yeah, I just graduated with my management. I am working on my cybersecurity and IT. I am also getting into like some Scrum and Agile work. I am over here trying to figure out what I'm doing with this nursing stuff. Y'all can call me the Dick Whisperer again. I'm going back to my old job. I'm going back to my old job. I'm really trying to figure out, like, my daughter has been diagnosed with so many different things. It's not funny. Like, she literally needs to be in a book because every week is something new. So y'all just pray for me in all these appointments because I argue with the doctors because you got me fucked up just thinking I'm going to accept it.
Teresa said, congratulations on your graduation, Ricky.
Thank you, Teresa. My thing is, there is no limit on education. Learn as much stuff as you want to because they're only going to allow you, let me not say allowed, they're only going to give you a little bit of what you really need to know. Learn your history, learn the stuff that they don't want you to know, and apply that shit to your life. Don't be out here just learning stuff and gatekeeping. Sure, knowledge is power. And y'all got the biggest one up here. All right, I got to get these kids in bed because they over here tripping for real.
All right, Stacy, speak your truth. Let them know where they can find you at. You got anything coming up?
Oh, wow. Well, I am working on or about to work on a video for my new song, you guys, which is being played right now in strip clubs and things, you guys. But listen, this is what I want to say. I also just finished some sort of,
It's a club banger.
It is. You know the song. You heard it. But look, so I am also, you guys, I just finished some more certifications, y'all, in sexpert and all this type of stuff. Y'all gonna see soon with all my sex toys and all this stuff that I've coming out with and all this. So that is like what I like, y'all. Even though I have a degree in theology and stuff, man, people be like, how can you do this and that? It's all about you. Don't change for anybody. Be yourself, okay? Like, these people be out here talking about you, doing whatever, saying whatever, but want to be, really in the back of their mind, they trying to figure out how to do what you're doing or how to be you. You know what I'm saying? And the family is the worst ones, y'all. Be talking all about you behind your back and all this and just can't say nothing good about you. You know what I'm saying? Be great for yourself. Do what you want to do. Live your life the way you want to live. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do, what you should be doing, and all of that. And another thing, y'all, if y'all got these kids, these young ass kids that's 10 and 11, not even a teenager yet, that's talking all grown and being grown, y'all, beat their little ass, okay? Because they gonna be out of control and you're not gonna be able to control them when you need to, all right? While y'all be laughing and thinking shit cute and funny and stuff, y'all gonna be crying in the end, all right? But here's my thing, y'all. Don't let nobody change you. Do you. Be great for you. And fuck what people talk about. You know what I'm saying? What they want to say about you. Let them say what they want, okay? Be you. Be true to yourself and live your life. That part.
Okay. The lady said, congratulations on your completions. Keep praying. And Teresa said, congratulations on your song and certifications.
Thank you. Thank you, babe.
All right. KJ, speak your truth. Let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up?
Good to be in a room full of people that changing things. They're making moves, making themselves better. I always keep moving forward. I love the way we ended. But you're not changing. You're choosing to accept. I do want to go back to what we talked about a little bit earlier. Not gloom and doom, but people pay attention to the politics right now. Start paying attention. Even if you're not into it, you need to know what's coming down because it's going to affect you. That's it. Thanks, brother.
All right. Y'all already know. Listen, my album is out on all platforms. The Weight of My Name. Make sure y'all go check it out. Salute to everybody who already listened to it, who've been giving me great feedback. Yeah, man, we got Hella Drove 2 coming soon. That's what me, Stacy, my brother YC, he the writer and the director of it. We got a lot of other people around St. Louis who in it also. So make sure y'all check it out. The Pimp is back. But other than that, man, just stay tuned. Y'all already know I'm always doing a lot of stuff. So that's it, man. We had a great show. Some great topics.
Ricky, check the private chat.
Bars. All right, man. So look, man.
How about you check it?
Look, they been going back and forth. But we will see y'all next week, man. Same bad time, same bad channel. Good night, everybody. See y'all next week.
That's right.